So when I be talking that street shit, I'm speaking from a place. What y'all gotta understand is this shit is a war against our society. We want to contaminate the minds of the young people because they figure, well, we can't convince the adults. Their stances are what their stances are. But let's go for the young, impressionable minds, right? It's a young artist, she's 25 years old. Her name's Sexyy Red, right? A lot of people don't like her and what she represent, right? But she do represent a struggle, the same struggle a lot of us had. We got different type of people in the hood. Got ratchet people. We got killers, gorillas, hustlers, people going to work, shooters, everything. We just live where we live, but everybody don't do the same thing. They like to just paint us all with a broad brush. But one thing should remain sacred, and that's the children. And what we need to protect is the children in education and push that forward because that's the way out. So a lot of times what they did with the men, it was gangster rap and it worked. The whole ideal, just me and my niggas, fuck a bitch, it worked. And look what it did to a generation of young men. All while leaving the women alone. Now, imagine being a scientist, right? And you testing different antidotes on mice and monkeys. And then you be like, you give them the needle, and then the mouse die. They be like, subject 33 just passed away, blah, blah, blah. It looks like this and it looks like that. So then they go back to the drawing board and recreate the antidote and try it on test subject 34. So what happens is when they get it right, they say it's ready for human trials. What you seen happen in the black community is similar to that. That was subject 33, subject 34. And it worked. Now it's time for human trials. We seen that this shit worked on men. Now, let's put the same type of shit out for the women and destroy them. Women are very important. Whatever your mother religion is, whatever her culture is, whatever her traditions is, 9 times out of 10, that's what the kid gonna have. Mothers, women that give birth are the first teachers. They not your cook, your personal cook, or your personal maid. They hold so much more value than that, right? But what we're seeing with the emergence, or I'm not going to say, it always was female rappers, right? But think about why they're being pushed. And a lot of times it's not because the music is good. It's because there's a certain image that's betrayed and these kids soak it up like a sponge. I'm not going to personally attack this young woman because her struggle was real, it's unique, but they chose to push her to the forefront for the impressionable minds to absorb some of these ideas that's really just for grown-ups and entertainment because the music is for grown-ups. But unfortunately, we seen the kids dancing around to it. We seen that. We seen it. We seen the kids rapping about killing and raping. We seen it. So we know, again, that it works. They know that it's worked. That's why they got not just her, but others like her. But in this video right here, she went to a school to talk to some kids. Let's see what's going on.
So look, so this school put me, I came up here, got you, trying to talk to the kids, getting the word of the day, they gonna put me on me. Tell me I smell like weed, watch this. I don't give a about making his job hard. My job hard. Every day I'm fighting for my life. Every day. They tried to put me out from this school. Bless me. I'm coming back around. So look, so they
She's she's the injection that's getting put in the mouse. Her ideals. Her struggle is real. So I don't think this was an elementary school. Initially, when I saw this, without the context, it couldn't be like a regular school, because everybody in the comments was saying, well, hey, we need to fire the teachers who would bring her to a school, because when you say school, you're automatically thinking children. But I think this was a college, which would seem more reasonable. But they said that she was turned away because she smelled like weed. What did they expect? She's authentic and unique in the stuff that who she is, and that's why people love her. I don't hate her. I may not agree, but hey. But back to the whole ideal, whether it's drill music, ratchet music, and it's just music. But we know that if we inject enough of these ideas into a community, the community will start to mirror the ideas. Where the art, the life will start imitating the art. Originally, music was us putting our experiences out there, right? But now we live in a time where everybody want to try to imitate the music and make it their life when it's the art. And they understand this, so let's push this to the forefront so we could bring women down. And they don't even see the chess move being played here. And they using her and her ideals, which are real experiences from the streets. But it's debauchery. And it's not just her, and I don't want to focus just on her. There's a lot of male, just all the male rappers. Not some, all of them. All the music comes out sounding the same. Trash. Trash. We need to throw it all away. There's nothing wrong with coming from somewhere, because I come from somewhere. But I'm not going to try to convince you to crash out, to go to prison, to stay there, or die there. Nah, dude. I want you to elevate from it. You got to elevate from it. It's like, do we got to lose a generation to save one? Because when do we start to take this apart and rebuild? When do we realize, hey, we've been bamboozled, and that we take accountability for the things that we allowed and start controlling the controllables and changing the things that we got control over, versus just letting it happen to us like we grown kids. We need to bring shame back in time and place for certain things. Should this young lady not be permitted to make music? That's not what I'm saying. Should the drill rappers stop talking about drill? I'm not saying that. Well, I am, but I know that's not going to happen. But I would rather say, hey, we need to not let the kids listen to it. We need to have a little bit more restriction. Us, the people who consume this, we gotta be responsible with it. Or we don't need it if we can't be responsible with it, because what's happening is destroying the minds of the kids. The good kids too. And it perpetuates and reinforces what the bad kids do. We don't need to poison the minds of our thinkers. No thank you, Sexyy Red at school. If somebody come and pay for your music, an adult, if somebody come pay for your show, that's fine. Speak there. There's nothing you can tell them. If anything, you need to sit down and listen to the thinkers. Don't let success don't mean that you're a brain or that you represent the people, because you don't. You don't. And other people like you. You don't. We don't need you at school. We don't need you talking to no politicians. We don't need you speaking for us. Speak for yourself. Nobody nominated you. Let me share my story, glorify the game. Stand high, red eyes to the skies, the pain. Look how far I came, from the gutter to the curb. The streets know my pain, ain't a word to describe. Let me share my story, glorify the game. Stand high, red eyes to the skies, the pain. Look how far I came, from the gutter to the curb. The streets know my pain, ain't a word to describe it. I grew up around drugs, looking up the thugs. When I was young, I wanted to grow up to be a drug dealer. That's all my eyes seen as a young nigga. We used to play with guns, aiming and squeeze. We used to act out what we seen. The streets raised me. My mother was a motherless child by 13. My crack was stacked in vows, 45 black tops. They was going for dimes. My first charge, possession with intent to deliver. They had to chase me down, cause in the streets we'll never surrender. I had slugs miss my face by a couple of inches. Cheated death more than once, ducking endless bullets in the trenches. I had to learn the hard way. Ain't no friends, just those out to get ya. Them so-called friends want you out the picture. A lesson learned, don't mix pleasure with business. My story, let me share my story, glorify the game. Stand high, red eyes to the skies, the pain. Look how far I came, from the gutter to the curb. The streets know my pain, ain't a word to describe. Let me share my story, glorify the game. Stand high, red eyes to the skies, the pain. Look how far I came, from the gutter to the curb. The streets know my pain, ain't a word to describe it. I always was ahead of my time. I was a young nigga ready to die, but I survived. I seen niggas take their last breath, bullet holes burnt in their chest. I done walked through the valley of the shadow of death. We lost too far to come back. Cooking coke in the jar, it's hard when it come back. If you smart, you be gone when we come back. Or say your goodbyes once you gone, no coming back. Every morning moving that blow, why they want the school? Hand in hand, cash over fist, making product move. I been the one, this a robbery, nobody move. I be the one to catch a body if somebody do. I been the one, gun in my chest, in the alleyway, a no lawyer, found guilty, getting sent upstate. I'm from Latrobe Valley Street, nigga, 908. No matter what the circumstances, I will never break. Let me share my story, glorify the game. Stand high, red eyes to the skies, the pain. Look how far I came, from the gutter to the curb. The streets know my pain, ain't a word to describe. Let me share my story, glorify the game. Stand high, red eyes to the skies, the pain. Look how far I came, from the gutter to the curb. The streets know my pain, ain't a word to describe it. Alright, enough. So when I be talking that street shit, I'm speaking from a place. What y'all gotta understand is this shit is a war.